What's going on out there? What's up, fam? What's popping? What's cracking, man? All that good stuff. What's going on, man? It is the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Once again, it's an honor and a pleasure. I repeat, a honor and a pleasure to be on here with all of the boxing fam and the boxing fans. It's Thursday night, so you know what that means. It's our time now, man. Yes, sir, man. Hope everybody out there doing okay. Hope everybody out there on the up and up, keeping your family safe during this, pandemic time and all that, you know what I mean? But, yo, we just here to talk some boxing. Get away from the bills. Put the kids to sleep. Step away from the wife. Go in your little quiet corner and rock with the homie. And as I always say, thumbs up as you pull up. You know what I'm saying? Thumbs up as you pull up. And if you got to make an early exit for whatever reason, thumbs up on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. And for those who see me for the first time, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, and come rock with the fam, man. We here. You know what I'm saying? We here. And as I always do, I'll be right in front of y'all in just a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to kind of get it warmed up here, man. Yeah, man. So it's been a kind of quiet week in these boxing streets. Outside of all of the clout chasing, that is. You know what I mean? Outside of all of the clout chasing, it's been a cool week. Been a quiet week. You know what I mean? We looking forward to some of the fights that's coming up this weekend. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely know that I am. You know what? Let me get on camera right now. I am definitely looking forward to this weekend's of fights. We got a DMV fight on the cards this weekend. We got, man, Erickson, Lubin coming back this weekend. Looking forward to it. Jerron Boots Ennis in the building this weekend. We're going to get some good fights, you know what I mean? Something to keep y'all busy and occupied during this pandemic time for the sport of boxing, man. So I am really looking forward to it, man. Now, like I told y'all last week in the We Talking Boxing, and if anyone's who's wondering, every time we do We Talking Boxing, we got a playlist on the homepage of the channel. Go check the playlist, the We Talking Boxing playlist. Start from the bottom. Those are the most recent and work your way on up. You know what I mean? For anyone who just dropped through and just like to stop through for We Talking Boxing, man. So, without further ado, don't think there's nothing much to really kind of chop it up about outside the boxing. I'm about to run through these topics, so we about to get it cracking, man. Now, like I told y'all last time, I am starting a new segment on the We Talking Boxing, and we going to cover boxing history at the top of every show. So let's move on over right now. You know what I'm saying? All day. You know what I mean? Today in boxing history. So every time we on this joint, we going to give some historical perspectives around this joint. Let everybody know, educate you, learn something. You know what I mean? Hopefully you learn something. But we going to cover this on each and every We Talking Boxing. You know what I'm saying? So rock with me. What up, Alec Cartier in the building? What's up, fam? Let's get it, man. Let's get it. So on this day, what is today? Today is September 17th. On this day in boxing, today was the day that we had the second fight. Not the first, but the second fight between Rocky Marciano and Ezra Charles. You know what I mean? I don't know if for some of the new age fans, if y'all never went back and seen this fight. Both fights, they fought twice. Both fights were too hell of a fight. Some say that this was the best performance that Rocky Marciano has ever put on. In this case, you had Ezra Charles in the trying to be the first heavyweight in history to lose the title and regain the title. He lost the title back in 1951 to Jersey Walcott, and then he was trying to regain it again in 1954 against Rocky Marciano. They fought twice. They fought June 17th, 1954, and then fought again 3 months later, September 17th, 1954. And hear me, fam, we talking 15 rounders. 15 rounders. All these little divas running around the sport of box. Oh my God, my thumbnail, my fingernail hurt, my toenail. I got a 6th toe, I got a 7th toe. I cannot fight because guess what? I woke up this morning with cramps in my thumb. That's today's fighters. But these dudes, they fought 2 heavyweight fights back to back 3 months later. 3 months later. So they fought twice. Now, in the first fight, Rocky Marciano beat Ezra Charles by a unanimous decision. In the second fight, Rocky Marciano stopped Ezra Charles in the 8th round. In the first fight, he opened Rocky Marciano, as you can see in that first picture right there. Huge cut over his left eye, about 2 inches long, about 1 inch deep. That's in the first fight. In the first fight. Ezra Charles in that first fight, man, he was boxing his ass off in those first 5 rounds. Pushing that jab, going downstairs, moving, using his length, using his distance. He was boxing well. But the relentlessness, the total relentlessness of Rocky Marciano wore down Ezra Charles towards the second half of that fight. Ezra Charles, though, man, showed tremendous heart in that particular fight because he took a lot of hard shots going down the stretch. Rocky Marciano was throwing that signature left hook that he liked to throw with that signature left uppercut. Pow! Nobody did it better. There isn't a more resilient fighter than Rocky Marciano, man. He's like Marvin Hagler and Joe Frazier in one. This dude just keeps on coming. It takes a Mack truck to have stopped Rocky Marciano. So in the first one, Ezra Charles did very well in the first half of the fight. But then in the second half, Marciano just started wearing him down. I think Marciano got cut in somewhere in the first 4 rounds. So he had to go through that whole fight with that cut, his face bleeding, the swelling on Ezra Charles, lumped his face all up. You know what I mean? These dudes look like 2 Halloween figures up in that joint. It was crazy. And then they did it again 3 months later. Now in the rematch, Ezra Charles figured I can come back. He was the longer, taller, supposed to have been faster fighter. So this time around, he figured he was going to gain weight, and he came in much bigger for the rematch, hoping to knock Rocky Marciano out early. It didn't work. Rocky Marciano knocks down Ezra Charles in the second round of that fight. Ezra Charles gets back up, stumbling, staggering, makes it all the way to the 8th round of a relentless Rocky Marciano coming straight for him, throwing hard shots. There was nothing that Ezra Charles can put on Marciano at that time that was stopping him from coming forward. No blood, no sweat, no tears. They say blood was all over the ring. Blood was all over people. That was a bloody occasion. And today, September 17th, 1954, is when they had their second match. What a hell of a fight. For all of my historians, for all of my New Age fans, if you have not seen the fights or even the highlights between Rocky Marciano and Ezra Charles, then I challenge you to go and watch that. And I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed all day. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. That was a hell of a fight right there, man. Hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? Really admired that fight right there. So let's move on now. Let's get more modern up in this joint. Let's get more modern. Let's start off with something light, and then we're going to get heavy as we move on. All right? First thing I want to say off the jump. Now, I want to say this. I ain't going to spend much time right here because I know how the real boxing fans act. You know what I mean? Man, why you putting that up on the show? Man, we do not want to see that. That is a joke. That is a farce. Y'all been hitting me with comments all day. Man, that is a joke. Why are you talking about that? That is a farce. Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you the method to my madness. The deal is this. This situation, yeah, it's a farce. It's a circus. It's a whatever. But what if you put this on Tank's card? What does that do? Gervonta Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz on pay-per-view is coming up, right? We put this on Tank card. What does that do for Tank is the question. See, Leo, he's a popular dude. So that's why they putting this on pay-per-view. But if you add this, bro, that takes things you add this little circus. That takes things to the next level. So I'm looking out for Tank. Remember, Devin did it. No one said nothing when Lil Devin did it, though. Lil Devin went and fought on the undercard of the YouTubers. It was 2 YouTubers, at least in this case, because I don't see Floyd fighting on no undercard of nobody. In this case, at least, it'd be Tank fighting a hell of a popular fighter on the undercard with Floyd pushing those pay-per-views well over 2 million. That's what I'm talking about. Now, that's what I'm talking about. You did. What's up, World McCray in the building? What's up, family? What's up with you, man? What's up with you? Word of the day in the building. What's up, fam? What's going on? But that's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from Tank's point of view. What does this do for the young boy? Now, we all know it's a farce. It's a popularity thing. It's just like Tyson and Roy, right? Just the same thing, sure. But we can make this make some sense. You can help your kid. Floyd Mayweather can be promoter of the decade. I mean, of the decade. If he puts this on Tank's card. I couldn't think of anything better to get more eyeballs on Lil Tank. Now, that's how you make stars. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, fam. Y'all got to hit me on that one. Y'all got to understand that this will be good for the exposure of his young fighter that he is trying to make a star. Now, I don't know if this is real talk. I doubt it. I don't really know. Don't really care. The only reason I do care, more so, is because of Gervonta Davis and what it can do. Now, the word about this was that they want to do this before the year's out, right? If they did this. Well, what card makes the most sense? Don't give me no crap about, oh, man, let them do their own thing. No, put this on Tank card. If Floyd went separately on his own time and he did this crap on his own, like, oh, just going to put it on one fight thing, my card, nobody else getting no exposure, then something wrong there. Something wrong there. Something seriously wrong. And that's a problem. Because I would think the only reason that Floyd will be thinking about entertaining something like this will be to help his fighter. It's the reason Eddie did it. It was a clusterfuck that night. It's at the same night when Devin fought the YouTuber that night. It's at the same night where Canelo Alvarez and they had to postpone the fight because the UFC thing was going on. Like, wasn't all that like jammed all together or something like that? That was just a clusterfuck. But this can be clean. During a pandemic time, you rile up them YouTubers. You get them all riled up, whatever. And you put Tank on pay-per-view. That's how you promote. That's how you promote. There's a method to the madness. I wonder, will Floyd do that? Or will it be a greedy SOB and say, I'm taking this all for myself if he do this farce? So that's when I'm going to leave it right there. All right, y'all, get the hell off the screen. Real spill. Let's move on to the next one. So that's the people got to understand. That can be a good thing. Y'all understand, man. For the young boy, for Tank Davis, for everyone who run around, man, Tank is a star. Tank is a star. How is he? This is how you make him a star. You get him as much exposure as you can, especially during a pay-per-view. Shit, man. Floyd can add that to the card. We talking 2.5 million buys, somewhere around there. I'm telling y'all, man, I think so. But that's just me. We moving on. All right, let's talk about this right here. Oh, before I do, to the Errol Spence Jr. Nation, quick update. To the Spence Nation, this should be good news for Spence Nation. Derrick James is out in quotes. Derrick James is saying Errol Spence Jr. is ready to go. You dig? Look at the quote right here. Derrick James, Earl looks good. He doesn't have any after effects from the accident. The hand speed is there. His body is in excellent condition. We have been in the gym since March, working out. Great for another successful night, end quote. That is the trainer of Errol Spence Jr., Mr. Derrick James. And for those who want to hear more from Derrick James, I challenge you, go check out my brother Monty Brown TV, where he just recently interviewed Derrick James. Good shit, Monty. He just recently knocked this off, man, so that's a good thing. You dig? I mean, he's even saying, even in that case, like Errol Spence Jr. is looking good. So for everybody with the nervous jitters, everybody running around, is he, isn't he not? Well, the man right here is telling you that he's ready to go. And I would think as a trainer, if my guy's not ready to go, I'm not putting him in this situation. I'm telling everybody, he ain't ready to go. We not risking this. We ain't risking this. I'm not risking him getting in there, getting hurt and lying to the public and lying to. I would think that Derrick James is seeming like a straight up dude. And I'm going to give him some credit on that. So he says he's ready to go. So this has got to be nightmare music to Danny the Gift Garcia. This got to be nightmare music to Danny the Gift Garcia, because now we all know, we've been saying it for weeks. This man comes in 85, 90, 95%. Well, guess what? It's over for Danny. You got your puncher's chance. You got your puncher's chance, Danny. But after you lose this fight, only thing I needed you to be saying is Terrence Crawford or take your ass to 154, because we done with you, Danny. You've lost to everybody. If you're not talking about Bud next, because where else you gonna go? Where else you gonna go? This man about to whoop that ass. And where you gonna go? So I'm dying to know. I am dying to know. You know, Danny is just the one that just kind of irks me, y'all. For those who ain't really noticed that by now, I used to be a huge Danny Garcia fan. I really did, until he got to 47. Till he got to 47 and he started playing this game about Bud doesn't exist. I see right through him. When he started playing that game, Slim, he started losing me there. Especially when I'm hearing his daddy call the man nappy-headed and saying all of these shit that he had to say. Yet Danny acting like the man doesn't exist. So Danny just, you know, and then I just look at Danny, I don't know, bro. Like, you just lost and you getting all of these opportunities and you getting gifts. You know what I mean? They didn't want to enforce the mandatory, none of that jazz. So this man is ready to go. This man is ready to go. I can't wait to break that fight down and tell y'all how he gonna beat Danny down. Good stuff right here. Good stuff all day. Thanks, Dirk, for the update. Appreciate you. Moving right along. Oh, this is one I'm really looking at talking about. For those who don't know, because we get to bring some light to some things in this situation, and that is, I want to speak on the King Tug. King Tug, what's his name? Tug Scoot Niambia. King Tug is what they call him, right? We're going to talk about King Tug. I got Bruce Goes in the building. What's up, fam? What's up with you? Salute to you, man. And this fight right here is a very, very intriguing fight. King Tug versus Cobia Breedy. Now, Cobia Breedy, I'm learning more and more about him. I've been hearing his name float around the DMV, but I'm hearing more and more about him. And the more I see in this kid, I like. Straight out of Barbados, Cobia Breedy, for those who don't know, straight out of Barbados, now resides here in the DMV in Hyattsville, Maryland, right up the road. You know what I'm saying? Made home sweet home out here in the DMV. Now, this dude, man, from what I understand, he's been in the gym and he's been training with a lot of local favorites, such as Lamont Peterson, such as Gary Russell Jr. and the Russells themselves. Word is that he's been in there with sparred guys like Adrian Bronner, sparred guys like Showtime Sean Porter. Yeah, believe it or not. And they say this kid is good. He's being coached by DMV legend himself, Coach Barry Hunter. You know what I'm saying? And Coach Barry Hunter got a lot of good things to say about this kid. Now, let's see what some of the things that Barry is talking about. I got some quotes from Barry. According to Coach Barry Hunter, he does an orthodox style of fighting, but anybody that know him, he can be real aggressive. He can box with you, and he can downright make it rough. We hear that, Coach. So basically, he's telling you he can do different things. He's a jack of all trades. If you want to box him, he can box. If you want to get aggressive, we can get aggressive. We're going to talk more about him. According to Coach Barry Hunter, he says that, I got the image blocking it there. Coach Barry Hunter says that he reminds me of Aaron. He's talking about Aaron Pryor. He reminds me of Aaron with his style, but difficult to prepare for, like Showtime Sean Porter. That is what's up. That is what's up. So, you know, Coach Barry Hunter, man, been working with this kid for a minute. And I think Coach like this kid. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, fam bam. What's up, man? My brother is in the building. Needs no further introduction. Salute to the homie P. Newell in the super chat. What's up, homie? What's up with you? What's good, man? Keep spitting that fire. You already know. My G. You already know. But definitely looking forward to this one right here because I want to know more about this Cobia Breedy kid, man. Now, from what I'm noticing about this Cobia, from what I've been watching, he fights on his toes. So he's not a big puncher. Doesn't have a great knockout ratio because he's always on his toes, never flat-footed, always bouncy, always bouncing on them tippy toes, moving around, can't get that power from his legs. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing I notice about him. He is a switch hitter. He will switch hit on you. He will go lefty on you in a heartbeat. I've looked at a few of his fights at this point, seen him go lefty and righty. You know what I'm saying? Active, likes to fight in the pocket. So he is action-packed. Now, the thing is with this dude that I noticed, when he becomes aggressive, right? When he's coming forward, trying to fight in that pocket, because he's a short little dude. And he got that Timothy Bradley head. He got that Evander Holyfield nugget. You know what I'm saying? But when he's so small and he's so compact, but when he gets and he's trying to be aggressive, he's not, to me, as good. He doesn't have the pop. You know, he has good speed, but it's not used to the best of his ability going forward. Now, I notice when he fights going backwards as a boxer, much better fighter, in my opinion. Much better fighter. His speed is much more dangerous. He can set traps, and he has good head movement and good feet. Those, to me, are the best of his abilities, and he doesn't use them well when he's going forward. You know what I mean? When he's going forward, he's swinging kind of wild. He throws himself off balance a little bit, never back into position, things like that. That's what I've been noticing. But when he's the boxer, well, he's a problem. Now, King Tug, we know how King Tug gonna come at him. We seen King Tug against Gary Russell Jr., right? And we seen King Tug in his last fight get that W to get back in the win column. The funny thing about this situation is if King Tug was to beat Cobia Breedy, right? Then he would because this is a WBC eliminator fight, he will perhaps be Gary Russell Jr.'s mandatory all over again. So we hoping that Gary Russell stands true to his word and gonna head up to 35 because we ain't trying to see it over again. You know what I mean? But that's crazy. When another fight that we're going to talk about down the road, Erickson Lubin, same thing with him. If he wins this fight, he possibly gets the mandatory spot against Jamel Charlo again. That's funny. WBC straight up recycling fighters around this joint. But in Lubin's case, it's a bit different. King Tug, not so much. King Tug had one fight since Gary Russell Jr., and then he's back fighting for the mandatory again. They want Gary out of there, Slim. Trust and believe when I tell you, Mauricio Sulaiman hates the fact that Gary Russell Jr. stands on that 126-pound WBC championship. But that's what they're fighting for. So I like Cobia. Very fast. Got some speed with him. I don't think he's that good going forward. Barry says he can do it either way. King Tug, he's going to have to use both. What I would like to see Cobia Breedy do more, because to me, what I noticed, he stays in one style. Like, he has the ability to go from brawler to boxer, from boxer to brawler. But when he fights, he's either a brawler or he's either a boxer. Not, I'm going to switch it up. Not switch up game. We already know that's the blueprint to beat Danny Garcia, if anyone don't know. Not switch up game. No, he, all the way through. If I'm going to brawl this guy, I'm brawling this guy. And that concerns me. That concerns me with Cobia, because Cobia has a lot more tools that he can use in different situations. But if this guy's going to go into a war with Cobia, he going to give you a war right back. But he ain't got the pop. You know what I mean? Going backwards, he has much better speed, good feet, good head movement. Now, the cons that I see in young Cobia: little pop, punches off balance sometimes. He does get hit, especially trying to make it to the inside. He does get hit, but he will hit back. So what I'm expecting between him and King Tug is an action-packed fight. Throwing down. Now, I don't know if someone's going to get stopped, but I'm expecting a action-packed fight. You know what I mean? I'm hoping he pulls it out for the DMV. I'm rooting for Cobia, I will admit. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping he can do what Gary did to King Tug. Gary made work of King Tug. I was at that fight ringside all day. So I'm hoping he can emulate exactly what Gary did. This dude ain't gonna stop though, champ. King Tug, boy, he comes swinging hard. And that's what I'm saying about this dude. If King Tug can turn Breedy into a boxer, I can see Breedy outboxing King Tug. I can see it. But he has to be that role. He has to play that role, in my opinion. Mike Rhyme in the building. What's up, Mike? Hey, Mike, you've been giving me the bee's knees all week. That's the homie right there, though, man. Hey, man, Mike always gonna set me right. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Mike? Lubin ain't ready for that work. Didn't you hear him in the interview? Shook. Nah, bro. We gonna get the Lubin. Nah, bro. You can't be talking about the hammer. Bro. Nah, man. My man Lubin ready to go. I can't wait. We're gonna get to there real soon. Lubin ready to go. But yeah, man, but at the end of the day, looking forward to this one right here. Cobia Breedy, listen out for him. This is his big coming out party. His name has been floating around here in the DMV. This is the big stage that he's been looking for. If he defeats King Tug in this WBC eliminator, well, this puts him right in position to go for that 126-pound title that Gary Russell Jr. should be vacating real soon, all day. So keep your eyes out on this one right here, man. Keep your eyes out for this one right here. All right, before we go to the next one, well, actually, let's just keep on moving. I want to talk about, you know what? I was going to say, you know what? I didn't. Jaron Ennis. I got to mention Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis is going to be facing Juan Carlos Abreu. Now, I'm expecting for Jaron Ennis to destroy Juan Carlos Abreu. Too slow. You know what I'm saying? Too slow, not nearly explosive enough, far too patient, in my opinion, from what I observed of Carlos Abreu. Now, this is the thing for Jaron Ennis. Most of us boxing fans expect Jaron to win. Now, here's the thing. Jaron is trying to make noise around the welterweight division. He's calling out Bud. He's saying he's ready for Errol. He's saying he's ready for all the top dogs. So guess what, bro? You got to make some statements. Now, don't get me wrong. Jaron Ennis has been making statements, but here's a statement that you can make. Carlos Abreu has never been stopped. He's never been stopped. He's only been down, I think, once or twice. He's never been stopped. So, Boots, you say you want Bud, right? You say you want Earl. You say you'll run all through these cats, right? I need you to stop this dude. I need you to stop this dude because he's never been stopped. And that statement would have been heard in every boxing corner, especially in the welterweight division. It's like that kid is here now. He's stopping people who's never been stopped. Carlos Abreu got a lot of losses, but never been stopped. Got a lot of losses, but I don't think he's ever been stopped. So the stage is set. Stop this dude, Jaron. Now, it's a short notice fight, as most of Jaron Ennis' fights always are, because nobody don't want to fight the man. But you want to make some noise, champion. You stop this dude. You stop this dude. Let me get this off the screen. You stop this dude. You stop this dude. So I'll be looking forward to it. Abreu is tough. Tough cookie to crack. Ain't going to be easy. He ain't going to go down easy. But I see Jaron not only outboxing him, but beating him. Like Jaron is much more explosive, much more faster, much more complete, much more hungry. A different pedigree. So I'm expecting Boots to get the W. But I want to see you stop this dude. You know what I mean? I got Dimitri Cohen in the building. What's up, fam, man? What's up with you? Appreciate you riding with me tonight, fam. I need you to do that, Boots. Because all that talk you talking, everybody like, yo, why don't Bud go see Boots? Why don't Porter go see Boots? Why don't Danny go see Boots? Somebody got to see Boots. We need Boots to continue to make statements. Make statements, bro. Stop this dude. Easy work. That's what I say. That's what I say. P. Newell says F.A. Ajagba is fighting this Saturday all day. We just covered F.A., man. I like F.A. F.A. over there with Jay Prince now. F.A. over that joint with Top Rank, man. He in there with all of the smoke, champ. He's surrounded by Big Baby, the real one, the fake one, the mutant one, and the real one, whichever one. You know what I mean? He got Pulev over there. He got politically connects to fighters like Tyson Fury. He gets politically connected to maybe in good position to face Anthony, any of those matchroom dudes. Like, he's in a really good position, dog. And I'm glad that F.A. made the move he made. He got tired of playing with these dudes. He dropped Lou DiBella and ran over there to Bob Arum and got down with Jay Prince. Now he's surrounded by smoke and he got dates. That's what's up. That's what's up. I got D-Lo 404 boxing in the building. What's up, fam? What's up? Everybody that hears the sound of my voice, go check out the homie D-Lo 404 boxing. That's fam right there, man. Putting that good work in, man, all day. D-Lo say, yo, man, Boots better not get caught switching or square up in front of that man like he has a habit of doing. I hope not, man. I hope not, because I want Boots to really make that statement right here. He can't stand in front of this dude. Abreu can punch. The problem was he's just so slow and lanky. You know what I mean? Just too slow and lanky. And that's why I think that, yo, with the straight punches of Jaron Ennis, he should take this dude down, bro. And he needs to stop him to make that statement. But that's how I feel. Let's move on. Let's move on. All right. Let's talk about the big one. Let's talk about this one right here. Erickson, the Hammer, Lubin versus Terell Gausha. I am really looking forward. Really looking forward to this fight this weekend. WBC eliminator right here. Winner of this fight will be in good position to face the winner of, say, Jamel Charlo versus Jason Rosario. You know what I'm saying? This will be a good deal right here. Dimitri Cohen in the super chat. Much love to your family. Thank you very much, man. Mike sounding crispy, Slim, all day. Yes, sir. You know, that was the issue last week, man. We good today. Brother was in here doing pre-production and everything. You know what I mean? So I'm making sure that I'm right for y'all, man. I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying. You know what I mean? But this fight right here, Really, really looking forward to it, man. This one, I can't tell y'all enough. I'm really looking. I'm a huge fan of Jaron Ennis, man. I like Ennis, bro. He got down there with Kevin. He's now being coached by Coach Kevin Cunningham, that disciplinarian known as Coach Kevin Cunningham. And he said, yo, he been in the gym, living in that joint. Living in that joint. Chiseled, ready to go, hungry, starving, ready to make that comeback. I'm rocking with Erickson Lubin. Now the thing is this. Lubin and Gausha, both of them 21-1, got the same exact record. The only difference is Gausha has a draw on his record. And we know that draw came from the fight with Austin Trout, which I thought that he was completely robbed in. I thought he beat Austin Trout easy. I don't know what judges was in the house that night. I don't know who was in the house. They must have had, what's her name? I always forget the girl name, man. Adelaide Bird. Adelaide had to be in the building that night, champ, because this man got robbed against Austin Trout. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. So that draw, whatever, man. He got a draw on this record, you know what I'm saying? But whatever went. Now, this fight right here was supposed to go down a few months back. The reason it didn't happen is because Terell Gausha injured his hand. You know what I mean? So he had a hand injury. So instead, Erickson Lubin went on to face Nathaniel Gallimore, in which that was a real good fight. It was good for us to see and get eyes on Erickson Lubin. Now, some people criticize Erickson Lubin in that fight. Say that his power looked suspect. Said he was landing a lot of leather on Gallimore and he couldn't get him out of there. So a lot of people was ragging on Lubin. I beg to differ. It don't work like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that all the time. So this fight was always supposed to happen, man. Now, according to Gausha, and he says this. Let me make sure I pull up the right one. Hold on one second. He says this about his hand injury. He says that my hand has totally healed. I'm ready to go full throttle, and I have no problems there anymore. The pandemic actually helped the healing process because I wasn't using my hands as much. So I am definitely 100% now. So that's good news. So all you bettors out there, anybody out there on the lines, the man said his hand is 100% ready to go. He set out a fight, you know what I mean? Got his time, he got the pandemic time, got a lot of downtime. Now he ready to go. Fired up and ready to go. Now, I'm expecting, believe it or not, between these two, a slow-paced fight. I'm not expecting an action-packed, throwing left and right type fight. That ain't who these two men are. These are two boxers. These are two certified boxers. There's going to be a chess match, I believe, especially in the first 5 to 6 rounds. This is going to be a chess match. It's going to be a battle of jabs. It's going to be a battle of feints. It's going to be a battle of each man trying to get the proper foot placement. It's going to be a battle of chess with these two. So anyone is expecting two men that's going to go in and just knock each other's head off, that ain't going to be this fight. Not in my opinion. That ain't going to be this fight. That ain't going to be this fight. Now, the good thing also about Erickson Lubin is that this is his second headlining fight. Second headlining fight. So somebody at PBC really believing in Erickson Lubin. Remember his last fight with Gallimore, he was the headliner. Now he's the headliner again in this particular fight. Got his own date, got his own card. Somebody believes in young Lubin. Somebody think that Charlo fight was a fluke. Somebody believes in young Lubin, and they should. I mean, the dude works his ass off. I got to give it to him. I've been watching his training videos. Coach Kevin Cunningham been dropping them joints left and right. Man, check out his training videos. Man, Slim be putting that work in. Go to his Instagram and look at the little documentaries he got. He working. He's staying away from his family. So he got all of that pent up in him. Kevin Cunningham ain't taking no shorts. Yo, he working. He working. He working. That loss to Charlo was 3 years ago. And ever since then, Slim been just doing his thing. He's been doing his thing. He's won 4 straight. 3 times. He fought 3 times in 1 year. And he's on a 4-fight winning streak. Staying very, very busy. During this 4-fight winning streak, he retired Ishe Smith. Retired his ass. And got in the ring with good opposition. On short notice, might I add. With Nathaniel Gallimore. So he's been getting better. He's been getting sharp. He ain't been in there just BSing. Slim, he been getting in there with some damn good fighters. He ain't been going in there saying, I just want these bums. Nah, champ. He stepped up and retired Ishe. That was a good fight to watch. Oh, man. See Ishe Smith get his ass retired, Slim. I was like, yeah. Retire his ass. You know what I mean? Get him up out of boxing. Retire Ishe Smith. Beat the brakes off Ishe Smith. I like this dude. P. Noah says Lubin has a lot of KOs. Yeah, Lubin is an explosive fighter. And we're going to get there. He's a very, very explosive fighter. Very athletic. Very explosive. That's what I like about Boots. Always coming in tip-top condition. Always coming in tip-top shape. All that. You know what I'm saying? So it's very athletic. The dude got a good jab. Very good hand speed. Very confident. You know what I'm saying? He reminds me, believe it or not, and I know this may go over some people's heads. He reminds me of a 154 Terrence Crawford. Because the thing about Erickson Lubin, he comes out very, very patient, but there's a lot of dog there if you test him. You push him too far. But he's coming out to process you. He's coming out to download you. He want to put you at that 45-degree angle like he likes to go. He's a southpaw. And he want to just pluck you from the outside. He has a long reach, 74-inch reach, as opposed to Terell Gausha, who has a long reach himself, 72-inch reach. But 74-inch reach on Erickson Lubin. 74-inch reach. Popping your ass from the outside with that explosive speed and athleticism. And he's always at an angle. And he's a southpaw. Always in good shape. Always in good condition. Very, very confident. When you got 4 wins at your back. 4 wins and you retired a fighter. And you know Nathaniel Gallimore is no slouch. Like to beat him, you're going to have to beat him. He got 4 straight wins. His confidence on a Billy right now. He feeling himself. He want Charlo. He know he ain't there yet. He know he got to work his way back. But damn shame, you can't say he ain't been putting that work in. You can't say it. 4 straight wins. 4 straight wins. So I like it. But he's a processor. Starts off slow. This is why I say this is going to be a slow-paced fight. He's a processor. He's a guy that's looking to process you. He's not looking to waste a lot of energy. That is not that's not him. That's not Erickson Lubin. He doesn't waste a lot of he's like y'all were just saying about Lubin earlier. This is not the dude that's going to stand in front of you. He's always at an angle. He's always in right position. I've looked at about 6 of his fights. Every fight, always making sure he's right there in position at an angle, not right there in front of you. You ain't coming straight down the pike on this dude. You're going to have to get yourself in proper position. So I like this dude. Got it. Cracking straight left hand. That straight left hand got firecrackers in it, champ. Firecrackers. I'm talking straight up TNT. And he counters well. Straight punches. He throws straight. This is a looping fighter right here in Terell Gausha. He throws looping hooks. That would be detrimental for him. Because this dude throws a straight left. Slim, that's just potent. That's just straight up potent, man. Potent. D-Lo says, man, Lubin has a hell of a punch all day. Potent, man. And I'm expecting the lefts down the pike on Gausha, but we're going to get there. Doesn't exert a lot of energy. Now, since that loss, now I'm going to bring his quotes up. All right, Gausha, let me hide this for a second. Now, according to Erickson Lubin, he says, and I quote. Oh, sorry about that. Hold on. He says, and I quote, since that loss, I am much more hungry and dangerous. I'm more of a killer. 3 years ago, they was downplaying me. They blink, and I'm number 1 again. Go ahead. I respect him as a fighter. I got you, P. Newell. I respect him. Hold on. The little man up there blocking my joint. Thank you, family. Thank you. Give me 1 second, family. I respect him as a fighter, but I don't think that Gausha is on my level. He's standing in my way of becoming a world champion, so I need to take care of business Saturday night and look good doing it. I have to make a statement in this fight all day. I hear the hunger coming through the screen. He's starving, champ. He is starving. Now, my brother, P. Newell, says, yo, man, back in the super chat, real talk, man. Lubin just made a small mistake with Charlo and got hit. It happens in boxing, and he will never do that again. All day. That was the perfect punch, man. Perfect punch. Everything lined it up he leaned into it. He leaned right into that joint, bro. And like someone said, it was the sweet spot. Like right when Charlo was really bringing the energy from that punch. he hit him right on the sweet spot. And you know, that's crazy, man. I really wish that fight would have played out, dog. He was young back then. He was only 20, 21 years old? He was really young back then. Man, I wish that fight still would have played out. Well, I wish we could at least made it halfway through that fight. I wanted to see how he really performed in there, man. We ain't really get a good look, you know what I mean? But he working his way back. D'Lo says, man, that's exactly how he should feel and he should talk all day. As you see, he's not disrespecting Terell Gausha because Terell Gausha is a former Olympian or something like that. He's not disrespecting Gausha. He's saying I respect him as a fighter. I just don't think he's on my level. And he should think like that. If you've been putting the type of work in he's been putting in, you should think that way. You should think that way. So I'm looking forward to this, bro. I am. I'm really looking forward to this. Now, let's talk about Terell Gausha for a second. Let me get some of this stuff off the screen. All right. Let's talk about Terell Gausha. Now, according to Terell Gausha, this is the thing with him. He kind of got a foot up in this fight as well. Terell Gausha's last 4 opponents have all been southpaws. They've all been southpaws. Erickson Lubin is a southpaw. So, Gausha is ready. He's been fighting nothing but southpaws. So he ready. Let me see what I got here from what he said about southpaws. I think this is the right one. Nope, wrong one. Check this one out right here. No, this is not the one I was. Okay, this is the one. This is the one. He says, and I quote, I think I'm a lot more poised these days. In the Trout fight, I pressed the fight in the beginning. I did some different things, and I showed that I could use my footwork, and I thought he dominated Trout. Laura was my first test with an elite southpaw, and then I had Trout in my last fight, so I'm even more prepared for Lubin after those fights. I'm just more relaxed in there and sure of myself. If you face that many southpaws, you should be. You've been prepping. He should be ready for that straight left hand coming down the pipe. He should know exactly the position he got to be in to stay away from that power hand. He should know all the tricks that he need to do to stay away from that left hand of Lubin because he's been fighting nothing but southpaws. Now, he says that that's just the way it happened. He ain't like planning it that way. It's just the way it happens. At least that's what he says. I'm sure his people had something to do with that. But at the end of the day, Slim, he prepped. He telling you, man, I ain't been fighting nothing but southpaws. Now, let's go back to that other quote that I got on him. He says here, and this is what he's saying about Lubin. This fight is a chance to send a message to all of the other fighters at 154 pounds. I want to control every round against Lubin. And if I get him hurt, I'll be looking to get him out of there. I'm planning to show the gap between us as fighters. He was the one to call for this fight. But anyone who plays with my name, I make sure that I send for them. End quote. I like that. I like that, man. I like that. That's right. Terell Gausha ain't taking no shorts. He like, look, bro, I'm on you. I'm ready. He ready for this. Is his big moment too. These two fighters got the same record. Good pedigree of fighters. Real good pedigree. The difference is Terell Gausha is much older than Erickson Lubin. Some may say his experience, but yo, man, this is a good ass fight, man. This is a good ass fight. Dimitri Cohen says, so Cunningham has potentially 2 world championships in his stable. Is he in contention for Trainer of the Year this year, competing against Derrick James, who has 2 champions in his stable? Yeah, we got to see the results. I think he should definitely be in the conversation, without a doubt. 2 world champions in your stable, without a doubt. Kevin Cunningham gets overlooked a lot, bro. And Derrick James. I mean, Derrick James is just starting to really get his credit, but Kevin Cunningham gets overlooked a lot, Joe, because hard disciplinary. I mean, what he did with Adrian, it was the reason that Adrian Bronner made weight in the Mikey Garcia fight was because of Kevin Cunningham. That was Adrian Bronner coming in well on weight. His contracted weight in that fight was 140. He came in at 138. That's because of Kevin Cunningham wasn't playing with him. Took him and Tank down to Florida and made them get up out the hood for a minute. So I'm keeping you away from your friends, your family, and everybody. Look at Erickson Lubin. Look at him. Look at him. That could be Tank and Adrian Bronner. And when Adrian had to make weight because he was under financial penalties, who did they call? Kevin Cunningham. He deserves credit, bro. Adrian might have lost that fight, but at the end of the day, at least he was disciplined enough to at least make weight. You know what I mean? Real spill. Real spill. D-Lo says, yeah, facts, man. Lubin helped Charlo KO'd him. Just like Paul versus Martinez, exactly. He walked into the shot. Just like walked right into that shot. You right, you 100% right. P. Newell says, yo, Lubin will give Charlo real problems, man. That's why I wanted to see the fight play out, fam. I think this is a much better version of Lubin. I think that he's stronger. I think he's much more focused. I think he's been in there with some good fighters that has made him better. Slim, I think we got a better version of Erickson Lubin than Charlo seen back in 2017. I think we got a better version. That's just my opinion. Now, some of the bad things that I noticed about Terell Gausha. Terell Gausha, looping shots. If you go back to the Trout fight, and the way he punches, like when he throws his hooks, they come all the way out. Now when they land, because when them jokes was landing on Trout was like, God dang. I mean, he smacked the wake up in Trout. Trout was fighting all lazy, and he got hit with one of them looping jump. Pow! He was just like, who did it? What? Like, bruh, them Jones potent, but you don't see him coming, but he brings them so, and I think that's going to be a problem against Lubin, who throws such a straight, fast, hard left hand. Start throwing them looping shots if you want, Gausha. I can see straight left hand, sweet chin music all the way down the pike all day. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling you. Don't do it, champ. Don't do it with them looping shots. Lubin is a straight fast puncher, man. And now, he's one thing I noticed about Gausha, in my opinion, I don't think he's that accurate of a puncher, especially when he fights on the inside. He smothers a lot of his work due to his long reach, and he fights much better as a patient, slow-paced fight on the outside, just like Erickson Lubin. That's when he's at his best. Not when he's trying to push that action to you, throwing all of those shots that's kind of going over your shoulders and stuff, and then his hands doesn't get back fast enough in order to block counter shots. That'll be detrimental against Erickson Lubin. Detrimental. Smothers punches when he becomes aggressive. And then sometimes when he boxes, he becomes a little too patient. He just becomes a little too patient. But some of the things that I like about Terell Gausha, 2012 Olympian. You know what I'm saying? He didn't medal from what I understand, but at least he's an Olympian. So you know his boxing pedigree is up there. Trout, like I told y'all before, got the gift. Technically, he should not have a draw. Shouldn't have a draw. He will walk you down and impose his long reach of 72 inch, and he will work his jab. He will try to walk you down, but I don't think that's in his best interest, in my opinion. I think he's better on the outside with that reactionary space, using his length, putting you on the end of his punches. That's when he's better. He's faster. His hands get back better. His defense is much better on the outside. This is going to be a slow-paced, patient fight, fam. I'm telling y'all right now. I think he's going to go back to being the boxer. He was aggressive against Austin Trout because Austin Trout was old and just couldn't take that type pressure. But when he tried to do that against Erickson Law, Erickson Law put him on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Erickson Law. That was a good fight, man. Law fought that phone booth fight with Terell Gausha, put him down. Put the young boy down. So just to me, he doesn't fight nearly as well as a phone booth fighter. He smothers a lot of his work. Just his reach, the way he punches is not built for inside fighting. And I think if he goes to the inside, Lubin is going to tear his ass up on the inside. So that's just how I feel about it. I favor Lubin. To win this fight. Unanimous decision. I don't think Lubin stops him. But I do think it's a unanimous decision. He may drop him once. Might drop him once. But I see a unanimous decision favoring Erickson Lubin. But I'm looking forward to this fight. And I'm definitely dying to see who gets put in really good position. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Dimitri Cohen say he is chiseled. Yeah, he chiseled, bro. That's that Kevin Cunningham. Pac-Man in the building. What's up, fam? What's up, man? Mike Rhymes say, yo, man, he didn't walk into the fight. He was dipping and got chipped. Yeah. Got chipped, but it was the perfect shot, man. Salute to Charlo. And at that time, Charlo was dying to show off his newfound power. During that time, Charlo was just like, I'm dying to show y'all my newfound power. You know what I mean? Like, I want to show y'all what Derrick James gave me. And that was the perfect opportunity. And when he put that on display, it's like when Charlo hit him, pow, he started screaming, like before Lubin even hit the canvas. Charlo knew that shot landed so perfect. He started celebrating before Lubin even hit the canvas. That's how perfectly timed and perfectly landed that shot. Well, that was a beautiful punch. That was a beautiful punch. I bet you Lubin go to sleep at night having nightmares about that damn punch. Nightmares. I hope he make it back. I'm rooting for Erickson Lubin. And I think he beats Terell Gausha. Unanimous decision. I think we get a knockdown in that fight. I like Terell Gausha. Terell Gausha can very well surprise me in this fight. Very well. Especially given the fact that he's been in there with so many southpaws. He's probably used to the timing. He's probably know exactly what's coming his way. Probably. But if I had to be a betting man, I'm rocking with Erickson Lubin for the UD. And that's how it is. You know what I mean? That's how it is. Demetri Cohen says that's what Batman said Gary was going to do to Devin with those looping shots. Exactly. Devin would throw a looping shot on Gary if he want. Man, Gary dipping up under there, going to the inside, straight punches galore. You know what? You shouldn't have said that, fam. You shouldn't have said that. I was going to get ready to end the show. But you know what? I guess I got to. I'm going to play a little bit of Gary's video today. And we're going to talk just a small. I told y'all I was done with this, and I'm done with it. The only reason I'm talking about it because I got to get Gary. Because I see what everybody's saying and all this bull crap that's floating around there. I'm only going to spend a millisecond on this. Just a millisecond. Just give me a second. But I heard Gary's video. Let's talk about this.
If I do come on here, I want to give him some good shit. You know, some substance. But to the people that's wondering, we definitely still trying to make this motherfucking fight happen with Devin Haney. We definitely still trying to make this fight happen. And to all these people that's talking about just sign the contract and fight back this, that, and that, y'all some dumb motherfuckers for saying some shit like that. Y'all don't know what's in
Now, let me stop right there. Who on God's green earth would tell Gary Russell Jr. to sign that fraud of a term sheet? I'm trying not to go there. I'm going to try to keep it clean, fam. But who the heck told anybody? Who would sell Gary Russell Jr. to sign that fraud of a term sheet? It's a fraud sheet. It's not a term sheet. It's a fraud sheet. Pino will say, don't do it. It's a fraud sheet. Just give me a second. Just a half a second. It's a fraud sheet. Anybody who wanted Gary Russell Jr. to sign that, you don't know what the hell you talking about. You don't sign stuff that don't have a promoter or a network because you screwing yourself. You screwing yourself. See, I know what Gary is doing. Gary is trying to get to the nitty gritty. Gary wants somebody to just say the words. Say these words. Devin can't leave the zone. Just be honest about this shit. That's all you got to do. Just tell everybody what it really is, bruh. You know that kid can't go nowhere. Now, what I think, this could be laying the groundwork for a future fight. Because if Javier Fortuna and Gary go at it, this makes Gary the Mando. That's the thing I'm hoping that we get out of this. At least this can be promo possibly for a future fight. Maybe. Because we know today all this shit is bogus. We know this. Devin knows this. Devin can't leave the porch. Bill knows this. That's why he's playing cleanup. Word is that, both of these dudes should come out clean. Both of these got, hell nah. Lil Devin don't come out clean. You know what? Let him come out. You know what? Lil Devin don't come out clean. Lil Devin comes out looking like the duck man. That's what he comes out looking like a straight up duck man. That's what he do. He don't come out of this looking clean. Bro, you a duck. You duck. You sent the Fugazi fraud sheet. What makes you think that you don't come out of this thing clean? Pops, I don't know who told you wrong. You don't come out of this clean. You come out of this looking like a duck. You got feathers coming out your ass. That's what you got. You sent over the Fugazi fluke term sheet. Fluke. All of this is a clout chase from every party involved. I figured that out a week ago. It didn't take me days. People are like, oh, is they going back and forth? They ain't fighting, man. Until Lil Devin can come off of the zone, they ain't fighting. You can't leave the porch. You are a Matchroom worker. You work for Matchroom. They tell you when your ass can leave. You better hope that the zone falls apart because you might be stuck over there, Lil Devin. Oh, we know what it is. See, Gary says he's a free agent. He's technically is a free agent. He can fight for any network, any promoter. But can you say the same, Lil Devin? Then we get to the brass tacks, and I'm going to leave it there. Devin is about to sign from the reports. Sign what? What reports? You think that Eddie gonna let him walk off that November show? You done bumped your head. You know what I'm saying? He working for Eddie. He gonna be on Eddie's show. Eddie tell him to hey your ass. I don't care what you tell the public. I don't care what you say. I don't care who you're paying or whatever. But you had your ass on the first thing smoking, November 7th, in the building. And if we don't, we gonna have a problem. Lil Devin. That's what Eddie told him. And so everything now is just smoke and mirrors. It's just wasting time. Because Eddie done already told him what it is. Unless you can get that dude, Gary, to come over here and be a DAZN fighter, then guess what? Have your ass on my November 7th card all day. Other than that, we got nothing to talk about. Bill don't move no mountains around this joint. Who's Bill? Bill who? That's your daddy? Or look, tell your daddy to stay home today. All right, tell your daddy stay home today. You work for me. Both of y'all work for me. I pay you. You need my money. That means you ain't leaving this app. And those are just the facts. Much love to the fam, man. I'm out of here, man. Y'all have a great night, great day, and all that. Stay stressed and sucker free. Y'all already know the devil is everywhere, omnipresent, everywhere at the same time. And he is coming for you to ruin your life, your day, your marriage, your career, your everything. You know what I mean? Sorry I had to go off on the end, but I just had to. Sorry, I'm a boxing fan. Blame me. You know what I'm saying? Much love to you all. Thank you for everybody that rocked with me tonight, man. This was a cool show. You know what I'm saying? I'm really looking forward to this fights. We will be doing post-fight reviews for all the fights this weekend, especially the Cobia Breedy fight and definitely for the Lubin fight, as well as the Jerron Boots in his fight. So we'll be covering those this weekend. Y'all come on through and rock with the homie, man. I might be half drunk, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Much love to the fam. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Real spill. Stay safe out there, man. Stay safe out there. Derek will say salute to DC. Much love from New Orleans. Salute to New Orleans, man. New Orleans in the building. Dog, I got to get down there for Mardi Gras, man. This summer, man, went through. We couldn't do nothing, dog. You know what I'm saying? Salute to New Orleans, man. I hope everything is all good down there. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to everybody. Dimitri Cohen says no, the November 7th show. Oh, the November 7th show. Yeah, well, the Devin show, you know what I mean? The Devin on DAZN show. That's what it'll be, and that's what he'll be, you know what I mean? And one place that he will not be is on Showtime or on Fox or in the presence of Gary Russell Jr. That's where he won't be. Now, you got to go to work tomorrow. You got to go to work tomorrow. You got to. You got no choice. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to wake up in the morning, right? You're going to get up. You're going to look at the snooze. You're going to hit it one time. Then it's going to go off again 10 minutes later. You're going to hit it one more time. Then it's going to go off. Then you're going to hit it one more time. Then you're going to get up. You're going to put your clothes on. And then you're going to go to McDonald's. You're going to get yourself a sausage and egg and cheese McMuffin. Have a coffee. Look at the boxing news. Check out a couple Mainman Mademan videos. And then you're going to go to work. And when the boss says, why are you coming in here with only 3.5 hours left in the remainder of the day? This is what you're going to tell them. Look here, you work for me technically because I make this place go. It's my productivity. It's my hard work. It's my blood, sweat, and tears that keep the lights on around here, that keep your product moving, that keep everything rolling. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to send me home for a 1-week vacation, and I need the keys to the company car. Much love to the fam, and I catch up with y'all Sunday for the next episode of We Talking Boxing all day. Peace out.